Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that all of you are doing good. If you want to smell like freshly cleaned hospital floor, then watch this video today. Today I'm going to show you a fragrance from the house of Emir called Celestial. This thing is a very high quality clone of Ganymede. And yes, you heard me right. I think that this will make you smell like a freshly cleaned hospital floor. As usual, I'll quickly show you the packaging and the presentation of this fragrance, the box and the bottle. The box of the Emir Celestial looks like this. It has this comes in this very nice sort of an light blue or greenish colored box. On the front you got the Celestial series, the name of the fragrance Celestial, the brand or the line, I don't know, Emir, I think it's a Paris Corner sub-brand. You got the concentration, which is supposed to be extrait de parfum, the bottle size 100 milliliters. On the back you got the sticker of authenticity, some additional information. On the top there's the Emir logo, and on the back there's also a production date, which in this case is May of 2023. It's a very nice thick cardboard box. You open it up like this, and inside you'll find the actual fragrance. As you can see, the bottle has the exact same color as the box itself, and the cap is metal, and it comes in this golden color. Again, you got the name of the fragrance, the name of the brand itself, and all in all, this is a very nice packaging. The bottle looks kind of a little bit over the top, but it's a Middle Eastern fragrance, so you should expect that at the end of the day. The bottle has a nice heft to it, the cap is a snug fit, and all in all, if I have to rate the packaging, the presentation and the bottle design, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 points. If you enjoy my videos, guys, and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button. That will mean a lot to me. And also don't forget to hit the notification bell as well, so you don't miss any of my future uploads. I'll show you the sprayer in action, and then I'll talk about the note breakdown of this fragrance and the actual scent. Sorry, I missed the mark. Okay, so the sprayer is actually very nice. One of the better sprayers when it comes to cheapy fragrances, clone fragrances. Okay, now the note breakdown of this fragrance. The notes are supposed to be the top notes: mineral notes, saffron and suede. The middle notes are violet leaf, akigala, oud and immortelle. And the base notes are Italian mandarin and Chinese osmanthus. Now if you look up the original fragrance, the scent, the note breakdown of the original fragrance is pretty much exactly the one that I just quoted, and I highly doubt that, and I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, the opening of this fragrance, there's definitely a touch of saffron note. Now it's not very prominent. There's that spiciness from the saffron note, but it's very light. It's somewhere in the background. Right from the get-go, I also pick up a bit of that akigala oud somewhere in the background. There's also definitely sort of a citrusy freshness and slight sweetness from that mandarin note. And all in all, the opening is very fresh, very light, slightly spicy, slightly woody. Once this starts to dry down, you get a little bit more of the oud. The violet leaf starts to play a more prominent role. You get that sort of a floral, maybe freshness, slight sweetness from the violet note. I think it's a main player on the dry down. As I said, the akigala oud is definitely there. The saffron starts to go away. And all in all, the opening is slightly spicy, fresh, slightly woody, and the dry down is more woody and more floral, let's call it that. If I have to score the scent of Emir's Celestial, now just keep in mind that I'm not the biggest fan of this fragrance. I'm also not the biggest fan of the original fragrance, so I'll give a score of let's call it a 7 out of 10 points. Maybe if I liked more the original and this interpretation, I would have given it a higher score, but for me this is a 7 out of 10. And now let's move on to the actual similarities between this and the original, how close Celestial is to Ganymede. it's pretty close apart from one major thing, and that's the fact that the original is known for that mineral note that it's actually that's probably the main thing why the original fragrance is known for, and I think Celestial misses the mark in that when it comes to that. Because of that fact, if I have to rate the closeness of Celestial to Ganymede, I'll give it a score of, let's say, 8 out of 10 points. Next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the performance. Now, the original fragrance is known for being a beast mode performing fragrance. Despite of its sort of light nature, it sticks to skin and clothes for a long time. And Celestial is not a bad performer in any shape or form, but it's not near as good as the original. The original, as I said, is a beast mode performing fragrance. Celestial gives me about 8 hours of performance on my skin with decent projection in the first hour and a half. So when it comes to performance, I'll give a score of 7.5 out of 10 points. When it comes to the price tag, I paid roughly about $40 in order to acquire Celestial from Emir, and you get great presentation, very nice looking box, very nice looking bottle, get a great sprayer, you get very decent performance and a fragrance that will get you decently close to a very expensive niche fragrance. So if I have to rate the taking all those things into account, if I have to rate the pricing of Celestial, I give it a score of 7.5 out of 10 points. And the last thing I want to talk about, of course, is the versatility. Now, the original fragrance is very versatile because of its light, fresh type of nature. It can work pretty much in any kind of weather, and it has the performance as well, to go with that. So it's definitely a very versatile fragrance. And Celestial, on that front is also a strong contender because it lacks a bit of performance compared to the original scent, but it carries almost all of the the properties of the original one. So this thing is a highly versatile fragrance. If I have to rate the versatility of Celestial, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 points. And so on to my final thoughts about Emir's Celestial. As I said in the opening, this thing to me smells like a freshly cleaned hospital floor. So I'm not the biggest fan of the original scent of that DNA, and I'm also not the biggest fan of this fragrance as well, simply because of its scent profile, the DNA that it carries. But I cannot deny the fact that you get very nice presentation, you get a fragrance, a scent that will get you quite close to the original scent, you get very decent performance, and all in all, Ganymede doesn't have that much clones out there, so Celestial is one of your not too many options when it comes to clones of Ganymede. To score this fragrance, again, keep in mind that I'm not the biggest fan of the scent profile. I'll give it a score of 7 out of 10 points. So guys, in today's video I showed you a high quality clone of the famous Ganymede from Emir called Celestial. I hope that you found this video interesting or informative. If you did, give it a like, and I also hope that you're going to join me in my next video. And until then, stay safe and bye bye.